The world's your oyster. What we got to lose?
I haven't been on a date since December?
Causes genotoxical damage.
The Monsanto papers showed us all those things.
is all of this necessary?
You call living with Mom taking responsibility.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today for our OFA 2022 launch here for the 2022 9th Annual Oakville Film Festival. We are so glad that you're here for us today as we get ready to share with you all the details about this special event coming to Oakville and online June 22nd to 28th, 2022. Before we begin today, we'd like to start by saying we acknowledge the land for sustaining us and for providing us with the necessities of life. This territory we're working on is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Treaty and the Two-Row Wampum Treaty, which emphasize the importance of joint stewardship, peace, and respectful relationships. OFA recognizes that the land on which we gather has been and still is the traditional territory of several indigenous nations, including the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Wendat, the Métis, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Numerous indigenous nations and indigenous peoples have lived and passed through this territory, and OFA affirms that it is our collective responsibility to honor the land, as we honor and respect those who have gone before us, those who are here, and those who have yet to come. We are grateful for the opportunity to be learning, working, and thriving on this land. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tyler Collins. I am one of the festival hosts for OFA 2022, and I am the arts reporter for Oakville News and oakvillenews.org. You can read us online for free every day at oakvillenews.org. Today, I am so pleased to be your host for the launch event as we get to share with you all of the great tangible details about tickets, films, dates, times, and the galas that we're going to be holding for OFA 2022. Not only is this Oakville's 9th annual film festival, this is also the first time we are back with live events in the summer since 2019. For the last 2 years, we've had a terrific virtual festival offering hundreds of shorts and lots of great feature films. This year, we're going hybrid. That means in addition to the real-life in-person shows we're holding at film.ca cinemas and the virtual online events that we're hosting, online, we'll also be returning to the Oakville Center for the Performing Arts for 3 gala events during the festival's run. This year, we continue to set records with the number of movies offered, with 21 feature-length films and documentaries, and an incredible 92 shorts being offered. That totals over 100 films that you'll have the opportunity to see exclusively at OFA 2022. Before we hear more of myself yammering on, we're going to have a chance later this afternoon to hear directly from some of the creators, the directors, writers, producers, and talent behind these works. But first, we have a video package prepared to introduce to you some of the highlights of our festival lineup. We hope you'll join us afterwards for a live conversation with more details about the festival. But if you'd like tickets for any of these events, they are going on sale later this afternoon. Festival passes, gala passes, and individual tickets will be available at offa.ca beginning immediately after this presentation. Now sit back, relax, and let us present to you the offerings of OFA 2022.
We'll be screening 2 films virtually.
The second film of the two is the film Donbass. As I mentioned, this is a virtual only screening. You can watch Donbass for 7 days beginning Wednesday, 22nd of June. This is an incredible film. It was selected as the Ukrainian entry for Best Foreign Language Film at the 91st Academy Awards, and director Sergei was awarded the prize for Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival in the Un certain regard section as well. So Donbass is a Black comedy, a war film about the Donbass region, and basically, despite the war that's been raging in 2014 between the self-proclaimed People's Republics of Donetsk and Luhansk and the Ukrainian government, people try to survive in the heart of all this chaos where violence often disguises itself as peace. Propaganda becomes univocal truth, and hatred reigns in the name of love. So you'll really enjoy this film. All the proceeds for this screening will be going to our fundraiser for the Ukraine as well. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chantal Kreviazik, and I'm really pleased to be a partner and a performer with the Women Who Give event, which is part of the 9th annual Oakville Film Festival. This gala and fundraiser is brought to you by myself, the Oakville Festivals of Film and Art, the Ukrainian World Foundation, and Zerkova Vodka. The world is standing up against Vladimir Putin's invasion in Ukraine, and it's Ukrainians who are on the front lines. As you may know, I am Ukrainian Canadian, and I'm doing my part to help with this catastrophe. The Ukrainian World Foundation and community organizations like OFFA and Zerkova Vodka are organizing a global effort to get Ukrainians what they need to protect themselves. On Saturday, the 25th of June at 7, we're organizing a gala charity fundraiser in Oakville at the Oakville Center for the Performing Arts. This mini arts festival featuring authentic Ukrainian cinema performance, dance, and art to raise money for efforts in Ukraine is supported by the Ukrainian World Foundation. You'll get to hear me sing as part of this fantastic evening. The Barvanok Ukrainian Dance School will be performing a traditional Ukrainian dance just for you. And local Ukrainian artists will bring their art to display and some to auction off. And you'll get to see an amazing Ukrainian-Lithuanian film called The Earth is Blue as an Orange. It's about a mother, her 4 children, and their love of cinema. More for you at offa.ca.
Hi, I'm Diane Ackham. I'm the producer director of It's Just Parkinson's, and we're super proud to be here at the Oakville Film Festival for our Canadian premiere. I first met John Cullen through Instagram. We're both gym rats, and I saw what he was lifting and how he was training, and it was unbelievable to me. So we developed a friendship. And little did we know it would turn into a feature-length documentary, but he graciously trusted me in the telling of his story, and I knew it needed to be heard. This is not a film just about Parkinson's. It is really for anyone who has any kind of struggle, mental or physical. It is a film about life and death and brotherhood and the profound impact of mindset over adversity. I hope you enjoy the screening, and please follow us on Instagram at It's Just Parkinson's.
OFA is thrilled to be opening the 2022 festival with the hilarious British comedy, The Phantom of the Open. This gala will take place on Thursday, June 23rd at the Oakville Center for the Performing Arts. This biographical comedy sports drama film is directed by Craig Roberts and is based on an existing biography, The Phantom of the Open, Maurice Filtcroft, the World's Worst Golfer, by Farnaby and Scott Murray. Maurice Filtcroft is played by Academy Award winner Mark Rylance and co-stars Canadian Screen Award winner and Oscar nominee Sally Hawkins. The character of Maurice Filtcroft is a dreamer, an unrelenting optimist who managed to gain entry to the British Open Golf Championship qualifying in 1976 and he subsequently shot the worst round of golf in Open history. Led by Mark Rylance's stellar performance, The Phantom of the Open turns a stranger-than-fiction true story into crowd-pleasing entertainment. Do not miss our first gala back at the Oakville Center in 3 years for this special gala event.
Hi everyone, I'm Farhan Moradi, the writer-director of Tehranto, a diasporic romantic drama about love and family set in Toronto, where Batty and Sharon, two young students from dramatically different upbringings in a divided Iranian community, accidentally fall in love. Tehranto means a lot to me because it's an authentic portrayal of Iranians in the West, depicted through love, poetry, laughs, vibrant textiles, and lively music. The movie has been a passion project of mine in response to many Western films that depict Iranians through offensive stereotypes or platforms which profit on Iranian films that solely depict our traumas. I hope that this film can breathe new life into how other people see us. We are so excited to be releasing the film at the Oakville Festival of Film and Arts. Thank you everyone for supporting independent cinema.
Every year, OFA has been proud to bring Oakville the best work from emerging filmmakers. In 2022, we will present 4 shorts programs highlighting amazing films from Oakville, around Canada, and all over the world. You can also expect a selection of exciting and thought-provoking shorts preceding each feature film that we show at the festival. In our ever-popular Best of Local Shorts program, you'll get to see the wealth of talent that might be hiding just next door with short films from right here in Oakville. From provocative documentaries to dystopian sci-fi to whimsical animation. All of the shorts here were made by teams from right here in Halton Region and the town of Oakville. Many of the films in this selection come from Sheridan College's prestigious film and television and animation programs. So if you want to see the early work of the next Domi Shi, Dean DeBlois, or Brent Butt, you'll want to check out this program.
My name is Julie Baldassi. I'm one of the producers of Tenzin. It's a film that we shot in Parkdale with a cast of first-time actors. It tells the story of Tenzin, a young man and his community who've recently learned that his brother has self-immolated in protest of the Chinese occupation of Tibet. I hope you enjoy the film. Thank you for watching.
I'm Chimi, one of the actors in a supporting role in our film Tenzin. Tibet, for the past 5 years, has been ranked the least free place on earth for political and civil liberties by a human rights watchdog called Freedom House. And as we speak, almost 1 million children have been stripped away from their parents, either forced or coerced into attending, learning, thinking, and even dreaming in Chinese instead of Tibetan. This is an attempt by the authoritarian government to try and eliminate our very Tibetan identity at its core. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gal Heck, and I'm the producer and director of the film Forgotten on Sinjar. I really want to thank the OFFA for taking the film and making it a part of your wonderful film festival. Forgotten on Sinjar is the story of the Yazidi people and what occurred to them at the hands of ISIS during the genocide of 2014. We follow the lives of 3 women, and you get to see what occurred and how these people survived and what they had to endure to survive. I really wanted to thank the festival, and I especially wanted to thank my amazing crew, namely Alex Williams, the executive producer, and the producer and director of photography, Aaron Daniel Mandel, and our director of photography, Leor Cohen, for doing a wonderful job in bringing the stories of these women to life. I hope you enjoyed the film. I hope the film really inspires you to find out more about the Yazidi people and their plight. And thank you so much for having us be a part of this amazing film festival.
Hello, Oakville. I'm Jennifer Batewell, and I'm the director of Into the Weeds. And I'm very sorry that I can't be there in person, but I'm really happy to be screening this film. I hope as many people see it as possible. This was a project that we kept under wraps the whole time we were in production for obvious reasons, and we're deeply grateful to the people who trusted us to tell their story, as well as the opportunity to create a historical document of what is essentially a David versus Goliath story, an ordinary citizen taking on a massive corporation. I really hope it resonates with you, and thank you for coming.
Hello, my name is Chase Joint, and I'm the director, writer, producer of Framing Agnes, a hybrid documentary feature about never-before-seen case files from transgender history. We are so excited to be screening at the Oakville Film Festival and appreciate you taking some time with our film.
I first encountered Agnes in graduate school. I read a case study about a young trans girl in the 1950s who lied her way into the UCLA gender clinic to get access to surgery. And I remember reading it and thinking, this whole thing is a lie. You know, I remember thinking, this passage is a lie. It's not telling the real story.
Well, the flip for me to the talk show is in part a nod to the fact that I think from many people of our generation, the talk show was the place where many of us first encountered gender nonconforming subjects. You might be wondering where people go when they are experiencing problems of a sexual nature. An experimental research team at UCLA is interviewing dozens of people about emerging problems of sex and gender.
It's wild to be a part of a project like this that kind of blows open a vault.
Your parents must be a little overwhelmed by your desire for all these changes.
Yeah, well, you know, they're old people.
I have a friend, she's like me, and she helped me take a position as a receptionist at a hair salon.
Does the owner know about you?
They know I can type.
I put a bit of paint over the F on my driver's license, but the police scraped it off. They asked me, are you a man or a woman? And I said, well, that's a matter of opinion.
We have heard the story told by the hunter and not by the lion, and not by the lions who not only fought back, but got away.
I have a tricky relationship to the truth for myself.
We've all been misled so many times.
How do you justify the lies?
How do you justify your questions?
I learned that if you put 4 walls and a roof, you can have a house. I also learned that without love and kindness, you cannot have a home. I am a refugee, a proud Syrian, a talented dreamer. It's only with your love and kindness I can be proud Canadian. Peace by Chocolate is a great example that with the simple act of kindness, you can change someone's life. This is Ayham Abu Ammar. I am the lead actor of the Peace by Chocolate movie. Enjoy the film.
Also showing at OFA this year is the 2021 TIFF selection, Drunken Birds. This film competed for the prestigious Platform Prize at last year's Toronto International Festival and is the work of writer-director Ivan Bovic, here from Canada. The film is about a Mexican worker who has to come into hiding after he accidentally falls in love with his boss's wife and takes refuge on a farm near Montreal. Weaving through the intersection of love, desperation, and the harsh realities of globalized labor, Drunken Birds reveals the humanity at the heart of all work and how the tenuous relationships between employee and employer can quickly transform into exploited and exploiter. This is a fabulous film coming hot off the festival circuit, and we are proud to present it in Oakville this summer.
I wish I could be there with you all sharing this film. Unfortunately, I can't, but I hope you enjoy the film. This film took a very long time to make, over 6 years, and it was a very dedicated team of people who came together to make this film. And our mission was to bring a candle to some of the darkest corners of humanity and to really transform that dark into light and to help people overcome some of their judgments and some of their hardened ideas about the other so that we can find a way understand and accept each other and really heal as a society. I hope you enjoy the film, and I'm not there, but my heart and my soul is on that screen. So I hope you enjoy it. All the best.
Want to put some more Canadian content into your life? Check out the wide variety of stories being told all across the country in our Best of Canada Shorts program. From Vancouver to Halifax, we are proud to present a selection of some of the year's best Canadian film all in one place. Far from the stereotypes of hockey and Mounties, some of the subjects you'll see in this program include live action roleplay, competitive napping, super speed, dogs in space, and a prisoner of war befriending a spider. Not to mention seeing the landscape of beauty that Canada offers from coast to coast.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean Cisterna, and I'm so excited to be bringing our featured documentary, The Long Rider, to the Oakville Festivals of Film and Art this June. The Long Rider is the incredible story of Felipe Leite, who has to leave his adoptive home of Canada and embarks upon an epic quest to ride from Calgary to his family home in Brazil entirely on horseback.
Now, we're just at the beginning of our festival journey, and we've screened so far at 2 different festivals across the United States.
And I don't really want to brag about our film, but so please come and check out The Long Rider. I promise that after 2 years of horrible global news, this film is a beacon of adventure, of inspiration, and of hope. I know that you'll love our film, and our team cannot wait to meet you at the festival this June.
Hi, I'm Michael Mankowski, the writer and director of Back Home Again. I was born and raised in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and in 2016, I was evacuated from my community, like many others. It was shortly after that I was given the opportunity to work with the Canadian Red Cross during the re-entry, the 1-year, and 2-year anniversary. It was during that time I decided that I wanted to make a film or a tool that could be used as a mental health conversation starter. I had recorded over hundreds of testimonials of people in and around my community that were affected by wildfires, and I thought animation was the perfect medium to soften some of these very heavy stories and use them as a way to tell them from the perspective of animals and what it was like for animals to be evacuated from the wood buffalo forest. This is a perfect medium for not only children, but for families and adults to process and talk about mental health in a healthy way. The message of this film is that it's okay to not be okay.
Hi, my name is Catherine Parsons, and my film, The Firecats, premieres at the Oakville Film Festival on June 26th. It covers the journey of cats, their fire families, and their rescuers after the wildfires in California. So what would you do if your whole neighborhood was on fire and you couldn't find your cat? What would you do if the streets were barricaded so that you couldn't return to search for him? And what if there was a team of dedicated cat rescuers who were willing to spend weeks to search for him and even break a few rules to do it? You'd call them. Because your cat was able to do what no other pet could do: outrun a firestorm, jump into storm drains, climb trees to escape the flames, and survive for weeks without food, waiting for rescue.
Hi, my name is Livia De Paulis, and I'm the writer-director, and I also star in the movie The Lost Girls. The Lost Girls, it's a spin-off of the Peter Pan story told from a contemporary Wendy's perspective. I want to emphasize the fact that it is a spin-off and not a remake. So in fact, it tells a completely different story. It is an adaptation from a book written by Laurie Fox, and tells a story of 4 different generations, 4 different women. So 4 generations of darling women as they meet Peter Pan, go to Neverland, and promise never to grow up, and then they come back and inevitably have to grow up. It's a mother-daughter story that gets repeated a number of times. And it's also a movie that celebrates the power of imagination. I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Stephen Campanelli, and I'm the director of the movie Drinkwater, which is going to be the closing night film of the Oakville Film Festival. I couldn't be happier or more proud of that spot, because to close the festival on such a happy note, where this film is. It's a very Canadian film. It's a very funny film. It's got a great cast, great soundtrack, a really great crew put this film together. We had so much love and heart and laughter making it. And I think we all need that these days. So it's a perfect film to close out this festival. And I really hope to see you all there. Take care.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jonas Chernick. I am one of the writers, one of the producers, and one of the lead actors in the film Ashgrove. We are so excited to be playing the Oakville Film Festival. It is our Canadian theatrical premiere. We have not yet seen this movie in a theater in Canada. We made it here in Canada, in the great province of Ontario. We shot it during the pandemic. Our cast, our crew, we're all going to be there for this event, for the closing night of the festival. And we can't wait to see you there. Come check it out. This movie is surprising and exciting. It has twists and turns. I can't tell you much more than that. You got to come and check it out. And for those of you that buy tickets and come to the screening, you'll get to see all of us, meet all of us, ask us questions. You'll also get a little surprise, something in addition to our movie that I'm really excited to share with you. So thank you to the Oakville Film Festival, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. Come check out Ashgrove.
Hi, Oakville. I'm Katie Boland. I'm the director, writer, and star twice of We're All in This Together. I'm so grateful that you came to see my film tonight, and I hope you stick around after, because there will be a Q&A with the film's author.
What do you even fucking like about him? God. Oh my God! Get the fuck off of me! I can't fucking do this right now. I can't fucking do this. Okay. You wanna know what I liked about him? I loved everything that you hated. I loved how wild he got, and I loved how fucking stupid he was. And because he was so stupid, he was happy and he was gonna stay here. Oh, fuck off, Nikki. You were gonna travel. You were gonna go to Europe. Instead, you named your kid after a place that you wanted to go, just like Mom did with Paris. And that is so fucking sad. You didn't stay in Thunder Bay because you liked it. You fucking stayed because you got knocked up.
Hey everyone, Wendy Donnan, Festival Director here to introduce an amazing film that we're screening for the festival this year called Slashback. Slashback is a new Canadian Indigenous action mystery thriller sci-fi film from writer, director, producer Nyla Inukzuk, co-scripted with Ryan Cabin for producers Mixtape BR, Cynthia Films, Stellar Citizens, and Red Marrow. OFA has only the third festival screening across Canada for Slashback at the festival this June. The film screens Saturday, June 25th at 5:30 at film.ca cinemas. This film features some badass girls, rebellious teens, the Arctic wilderness, and aliens, and the very apt tagline, "Let's go hunting." So you have to tune in to see what that means. But the film features a group of teen girls who, given an upbringing in the Arctic wilderness, are well prepared when an alien invasion comes to their small town of Pang for short. These girls have to deal with not just the alien-seeming local boys, but soon with the local aliens themselves. But these girls have been underestimated their whole lives, and using makeshift weapons and their horror movie knowledge, they take on the problems facing their community with zeal and gusto. Slashback is similar to filmmaker Jordan Peele's Get Out, which uses horror tropes to explore some of the US's original sins like racial trauma of slavery. It also relates back to the situation with Indigenous people, with residential schools. So many tropes involved in this film, and we know you'll enjoy Slashback at OFA.
What an extraordinary lineup of movies that we have set for this year's festival. We are so grateful now that we are pleased to introduce a lot of the filmmakers, the writers, directors, actors, producers of some of the featured works we have coming to OFA this year to come and talk about their work. Now, while they're coming in, and we'll introduce them in just a moment, a reminder for all of our attendees here today, if you are excited to see any of the movies that are coming out for OFA this year, Tickets go on sale immediately following this presentation in just about 30 minutes. We have feature passes where you can choose 3 or 5 movies, a gala pass to attend all 3 headliner events at the Oakville Center for the Performing Arts, individual tickets to pick and choose individual movies, either virtual or in person, and of course, the best deal at OFA, the All Access Pass, where you will have unlimited access to all the offerings and you can see all 113 features and shorts at the festival this year. Woo, that's a mouthful. The only thing better than talking about all these great events, of course, is your opportunity to buy your tickets. And if you were one of our pre-sales, thank you so much for already getting your passes and tickets for the festival. You get advance access to choose your events first. Now, Oh, and I'm being corrected. The Gala Pass is actually just Thursday and Friday. It is not Saturday. That is my mistake. It's still an excellent pass you should buy, just for our Thursday event, Phantom of the Open, and Friday night, Tehranto. We now seem to have a lot of our guests in, but I have not been provided with a list of everybody who is here. So what we might do is instead just go across all our panelists, and I will let you introduce yourselves for everyone here. So let's start just going left to right on my screen. First, we have Sean.
Oh, hello. Hi. I'm not sure if you could see me, but my name is Sean Cisterna. I directed a movie called The Long Rider. You saw the trailer of this kid, Felipe Leite, who was asked to leave our country of Canada and to get back home to his family in Brazil, rides a pair of horses from Canada to Brazil. So this will be our Oakville debut, and we're super excited to bring this story to Oakville.
It's lovely to have you for the festival, Sean, here today as well. Oakville fans may remember Sean's work. He had an entry in the 7th OFA, which was From the Vine, which was the comedy drama starring Joe Pantoliano.
That's right. Yes, thank you. And it's so awesome to see all my friends up on the screen here. Diane and Jonas. It's I'll let them talk about themselves, but
yeah. Well, let's go to Diane next.
Awesome.
Oh, Diane, you seem to be saying some lovely things about yourself, but you are muted and we cannot hear you.
I'm actually saying lovely things about Sean. And just encouraging everyone to go see The Long Rider. It's fantastic. I'm Diane Ackham. I'm produced and directed It's Just Parkinson's, which is not a Parkinson's boring medical documentary. It's a story of a mindset over adversity and a man discovering how to regress his Parkinson's symptoms and just get everything out of life that he can and never give up. It's incredibly inspirational. And whether you have any kind of medical afflictions or not, it's really for anyone that has any kind of struggle or challenge in their life. And it's amazing and so proud to be here. I am a Sheridan College graduate, so it's really quite special for me to be showing this film here in Oakville.
Thank you, Diane. Next is Jonas.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jonas Chernick. I wrote and produced and am one of the lead actors in the movie Ash Grove, which is a closing night movie live in a real theater with actual people, which is very exciting. It'll be our Canadian theatrical premiere. The movie has played at other festivals, but not in the theater in Canada. So we shot it nearby in Kitchener-Waterloo. So we're going to have everybody there at the theater, our cast, our crew. We're very excited to watch it with an audience. I hope you guys can all come out and see it and meet me, and we can tell you how we made it. It's a kind of a crazy way that we've never made a movie like this before. It's unlike anything you've ever seen, and it will blow your minds when we tell you how we made it, but that's a surprise that we're going to save.
Thank you. We can't wait for the chance to see it and to meet you as well.
Awesome.
Next, we have Charmaine Hammond, who is the producer of Back Home Again. Fans in Oakville, you may have seen our free event that we held at the Oakville Center premiering the short just 2 weeks ago, and it is coming back to OFA. Hi, Charmaine.
Hi, great to see you again. I'm executive producer of the incredible Back Home Again animation by screenwriter, producer, director Michael Mankowski, and it's an animated short based on the Fort McMurray wildfires in 2016 as told by the animals, who live in the wood buffalo forest. We're absolutely thrilled to be coming back to Oakville. I grew up in Burlington, so back home again is coming back home.
We're so excited to see you, Charmaine, and I can't wait for more people to see the short. Next is Farhan. Farhan. My mistake.
Hey, it's all good. Common mistake. I'm Farhan Moradi. I'm the writer-director of Tehranto. It is a Iranian diasporic romantic comedy set in Toronto about two young students from very different upbringings that kind of fall in love but don't really mean to. I went to Sheridan College as well. I've lived in Oakville for many years, and I know lots of people involved in the festival, lots of filmmakers who have their films playing at the festival. So I'm excited to be in good company. I'm excited for the film to be in great company with other great Canadian films, and yeah, just super pumped for next month.
And we're super pumped to be featuring Tehranto as one of our gala presentations. That's going to be on Friday, July 24th at the Oakville Center for the Performing Arts. In addition to the film and a live Q&A, there will also be some special live on stage performances accompanying that feature. That's an event you will not want to miss. Next up is Catherine Parsons. Hi, Catherine. You'll want to unmute yourself first so we can hear you.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
There we go.
Catherine Parsons. My feature documentary is having its Canadian premiere at Oakville. I'm really excited because I love the venue. It's about the rescue of fire cats, pet cats, after the devastating wildfires in California, 2017, 2018. I got totally hooked on it. I became kind of a part-time long-distance rescuer. I'm a screenwriter, but I sat down at my computer following the stories early on, and I just couldn't leave it. And so I put everything aside and decided to make what I thought at the time was a short documentary. I'm really excited to be paired with Back Home Again because I think we both understand the devastating effect on wildfires and on animals, and it kind of brings a human side to the impact of wildfires. It's just not the loss of property. It's a lot more devastating than that. I'll be handing out free posters to any of the audience who have proven to have cat hair on their clothes when they come to watch my film.
You heard it here first, folks. Don't do your laundry, get a free poster. Only at OFA. And last but certainly not least, we have one of the makers of Drinkwater, Mike. Hi, Mike, are you there?
Nice to be here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hello.
Yes, for some reason, my camera's zooming in really closely on my face. But yeah, so I grew up in Grimsby. We made this film 40 years ago in grade 13, three of us. And we had the opportunity 40 years later to work with some extremely talented people, including Stephen Campanelli and Eric McCormack. And our only mandate was to make a film. Our only mandate was to make a film that made every character had a positive. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, a tremendous amount of fun to make this film.
Well, we're looking forward to screening Drinkwater as our official closing night film for OFA this year. Now, awesome. To any of our attendees, I'm sorry about that. We have many of our panelists that are here with us this afternoon, and if any of our attendees have any questions you would like to ask, please put them into the chat that's currently on the side of your screen. If you put in your questions there, I would love to ask them on your behalf to any of our panelists about the great features that are coming to OFA this year. Now, before we do that, however, there's one more person who's just hopped into the chat. We'd like to welcome Back Home Again director Michael Mankowski.
Hi, thank you for having me today. I'm honored to be part of your film festival and see you again, Tyler.
Hi, Michael. Great to have you back. So first, before we get some of the other questions coming in from the attendees, I'm curious to hear from any of you here as part of our panel. What are some of the other movies that we're going to be showing that you're most excited to see? Any events you're hoping to come when you come in to see OFA later this summer? Yeah, Jonas?
Yes, I'm a big fan of Mr. Sean Cisterna. I've seen all of his films, and I've acted in one of them. And I haven't seen his latest film. It's the only Sean Cisterna film I've never seen, so I'm very excited to see that movie.
We're also getting a hand up. I think we have another one of the filmmakers currently with some technical problems. James Hughes. Hi, James. Can you speak on audio for us?
Hello.
Hi, James. Great to have you.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. Would you like to talk about your offering for the festival this year?
So it's a short film, When the Rain Sets In. It's a story about Kenzie and Traden, who've been swept up in a 6-month romance, and they've reached a critical moment in their journey where they discuss, has their love story come to an end? And as we watch them discuss this, we see the glimpses of the love story and then have to decide whether they should stay together.
Well, that's fantastic. Will you be attending the festival in person for your film?
I'm looking into it at the moment. I'm in London, so still looking, but very excited to be part of the festival. Very honored.
And we're really grateful you to make some time to be with us this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from London today. Now, do we have any of the other filmmakers? Some of the other movies you yourselves are excited to see?
The one that caught me a lot was I need you to tell me the title again, Tyler. I think it was like Backlash or
Backslash or Slashback. My apologies. Slashback.
Yes, I cannot wait to see that. I'm a lover of aliens, and I'm from an indigenous community as well. So I just feel it's everything I love in that film. I'm very excited to see that.
I think true to form, there's been a resurgence of great Indigenous stories that we're now seeing come to the forefront in Canadian media. And this year, we have multiple features that are focusing on telling not just the true stories of the Indigenous population here in Canada, but the fictitious ones as well. If anyone got to see OFA screen The Fabulous Night Raiders, the directorial debut of Denis Goulet earlier last fall that also played at TIFF, there's really a great emergence of these fabulous movies finally getting their chance in the spotlight. Drinkwater, too, I believe, is one of those great additions coming to the festival this year. Charmaine.
I'm excited to see all of them, honestly, and really looking forward to Catherine's film, Firecats. I agree with what you said, Catherine. There's some real synergies there. Looking forward to that. And then also looking forward to Peace by Chocolate. I know Peace by Chocolate, they have a chocolate bar, Peace of Mind, that actually supports one of the organizations that we've worked very closely with on Back Home Again, which is Canadian Mental Health Association. And so really looking forward to seeing that as well. I think it's going to be a great festival.
I also am looking forward to Peace by Chocolate. When I first heard the story, I'm an East Coast boy. I thought this would make a great film. And so the fact, not just that it's been turned into one, but now we get to show it and share it with the Oakville audience is such a wonderful opportunity. It seems like our questions have not come in. And so if that's going to be it for today, the last thing I'd like to do is quickly hear from all of you something about the experience of coming back in person. Almost all of your features are going to be showing on a big screen for a live audience. And we haven't had this at OFA since 2019. So the fact this summer is the chance we finally get to come back to a theater is really special for us. If everyone, again, we'll go down the line, in 1 or 2 sentences, tell us what you're most looking forward to sharing this with a live audience again. We'll start with you, Sean.
I'm looking forward to, selfishly connecting with old friends again. It's been a while since we've seen each other as well. So to be able to celebrate all our films together in the same space will be something that feels monumental after 2.5 years of living through this. And that's my biggest thing. And just hearing a crowd respond to a film. You know, we've made these in a bubble, so to hear an audience either gasp or laugh or quell with drama, like that's the one thing I'm really truly looking forward to.
Next is Diane.
It's sort of the same story here. You produce and you direct these films in a bubble, and mine was literally a bubble, because even when we opened up for travel, mine was shot in the US. I had a major problem crossing the border to get in to do the shoot. So for me, tomorrow morning I leave for my third film festival. We're going to be at the Fort Myers Film Festival screening on Thursday night. And so I've now seen it 3 times on the big screen. And here in Oakville, it's unfortunate it's virtual, but there'll be a whole new experience for me too, because I still don't attend the festival in person. I just live in Milton, so I'm going to come to everything that's happening. But that first time it's on the big screen and people laugh or gasp, or you hear them sniffling or they're crying, it's so unbelievable, because you're thinking, okay, I'm not the only person this is touching. Like, I was right, this is a story. And it's so gratifying. And to meet people afterwards in person, and people you don't know. It's not family saying, oh, it's such a good job. You know, it's people who are really, really touched and blown away by your film. So that's just been the greatest gift of all. And to be able to even have it virtually is amazing.
Next, James.
Yeah, hello. So I think, as kids, we were all sort of sitting in the dark, and we have all of these favorite movies that we connect with, and we have an emotion to when we're in the live cinema. And to be on the other end of that, to share that with an audience, and sort of be sitting there with an audience when they experience that and they connect to your film, is always very special. And it just can't be replicated in anything else that we do.
Baran.
Yeah, I've been really looking forward to finally showing the film in a physical setting. The movie's played at a couple festivals digitally, but yeah, you never know how people are going to react to it. You never know if the jokes are going to land, if the emotional beats are going to hit, especially because this is my first feature film. So I still haven't had that opportunity to really see how.
We'll next go to Mike. Mike and then Michael.
Hi. Yeah, we made our film in 16 days, and it was insanely busy and stressful and just chaotic, to be totally honest. And first time I watched the film was in Calgary, and I looked over at my film partner, and he was crying, and then he looked at me, and I was crying, because the audience reaction was just incredible. And the imagery and how well it was filmed, you don't actually realize that when you're making it, and how beautiful it actually Penticton looked BC, and how Canadian it was, and how strong the Canadian audience reaction was to the Canadian component. So it was actually really overwhelming. It was wonderful. Yeah, I'm not a filmmaker, I'm a physiotherapist. So this was totally new to me, and it just blew my mind. It was fun.
All right. Next is Michael. Michael, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. And yeah, so like a movie theater setting is like church to me. It means more than anything. And recently, I had the opportunity to screen it in Oakville, and it meant the world to me, because I've been working on this film for over 5 years now, and mostly alone. So you're hoping, similar to Farnan and some of the other filmmakers who mentioned, you hope your jokes land, and you hope that this actually moves someone. And it was a very emotional experience to watch it recently in a crowd, and yeah, rocked me to tears. So I'm just so excited to have that opportunity again.
Charmaine?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to meeting all the brilliance and the creators behind each of the films. And the power for me of coming together sort of alludes to what Michael said a few minutes ago. But this film, Back Home Again, is really a conversation starter and about connection and community. And to have the opportunity to be in Oakville at the film festival, in conversation, in connection, in community, just means the world to both of us.
And before we wrap up, we have one more guest joining us. We have at least on audio, if not also video, we have Patricia Seaton. She is here with When the Rain Sets In. Hi, or sorry, not the When the Rain Sets In, my mistake. We have Patricia Seaton here from When Worlds Collide. Hi, Patricia. Are you here with us?
I am here with you still. I don't know why
Patricia.
my camera's not on. That doesn't seem fair. Hi.
Would you like to tell us about your movie?
Yes, my short film is called When Worlds Collide. I'm very excited to also be returning to Oakville, where I graduated Oakville High School. My film follows volunteers who rescue birds of bird collisions, who go out in the morning and collect the birds. And then once a year, they have what they call the layout, which is an homage to lives lost. It's a film told through their eyes, through their stories. And I think people will find it quite moving. I'm excited to be sharing it there and meeting everybody else who I just got to see.
Well, Patricia, we look forward to seeing you in person as well when we get to see When Worlds Collide premiere at OFA in June. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, that is going to do it for our event today. I want to thank all of our guests, Farhan, Charmaine, Mike, Patricia, Michael, Sean, Diane. As well, we have our fabulous technical crew running in the background. We have Judah Hernandez, who's on tech today, our executive director, Wendy Donnan, with us, and Tori Nixon, our all-around fabulous helping hand making today's event possible. Do not forget that the Oakville Film Festival and OFA 2022 will be taking place Wednesday, June 22nd to Tuesday, June 28th, 2022, both virtually at the Oakville Center for the Performing Arts in person and live in person at film.ca cinemas, with all 21 features, documentaries, and 92 shorts taking place this year at the 9th Annual Oakville Film Festival. Tickets are going on sale in just a couple of minutes. If you would like individual tickets, pick your own passes, gala passes, or the amazing all-access pass. In addition to all this, I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Lingta Lee, who says, I'm your favorite host. Lingta, you are my favorite audience member. My name is Tyler Collins. You're going to be bored to death of me as I get to introduce all 100 plus of these movies later in June, and I can't wait to see all of our fabulous guests, both again on Zoom and in person, for the lineup of terrific events that we are offering this year. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at OFA 2022.